What happens if you use candy paint backwards? Everybody knows that candy paint is usually the very last step before clear coat. So you have your base coat down, you have your metallics down, then you put your candy paint and then clear, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, we're on the same page. But what happens if you already have candy paint down and then you use the candy paint as a base coat? What if we put pearl or metallic on top of the candy paint and then clear coat? Gabe, what happens?
I have no idea.
Me neither. So here's what we've got. We've got 6 different candy speed shapes. They're beautiful. The team hates the fact that I'm using these for a video. We've got lemon drop, tangerine, sour apple, Neptune, cherry bomb, and nightshade. And Gabe and I have picked out a different pearl to put on top of each candy base coat. Let me walk you through what we've got in mind. So for lemon drop, we're thinking ZGM Hypershift. Now, a bunch of these are going to be interference because interference style pearls are for sure our safest bet, but not all are interference because we have to push the envelope a little bit. So ZGM with its kind of blues, purples, and ambers over the yellow candy. For tangerine, we've got purple interference. I'm not even sure why we picked this one. I think it's probably because it's going to contrast. We don't want any of these to blend in. This one makes me a little bit worried. Purple interference over tangerine. For the sour apple, we chose HKS purple. Not an interference pearl, a solid purple mica going on top of... You were saying this might give us like a Joker vibe. Is that what we were thinking?
Joker or Hulk, yeah.
Something like that. So this could be one of those ones where the risk versus reward, it's going to be an interesting balance. For the Neptune blue candy, we're going gold interference. I just think if we get the pigment load right on this gold, this could be one of my favorites. For the cherry bomb, we went back and forth in this a lot because red candy is very popular. What do we put on top of it? We chose to go with Komodo. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that Komodo over different reds has always been our Iron Man theme. So this is either going to be a mess or possibly one of the best versions of Iron Man that we've ever done. And finally, for the nightshade, which is kind of that black candy, we picked ZTP. And the reason why I picked this is the hypershift that we used over the Musso Black in a very weird way. So I know that ZTP with a very, very light pigment load can really do a great job. So ZTP, super light pigment load over the nightshade. We've got a lot of work ahead of us. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
Let's go. All right, guys, we're all done with the experiment, and I have a quick booth update for you. So the entire booth is built. The lights are working, the exhaust is working. We're just waiting to finish all of our inspections before we can start using it again. I don't want to give you a date, but we are getting very close. But Thank you so much for all of you guys that stuck with us in the meantime. We're doing our best to keep the channel going and entertain you until we get the booth back. So every time you guys watch and comment, it means the world to us. So as far as this experiment, I think I might understand why people use candy paint as the very last step. Some of these actually look really good. Some of them didn't want to cooperate at all, but I want to know what you guys think. So leave a comment below. Let me know if you have a favorite or if any of them surprised you. And you know, if you want to use any of our paints, we've got a ton of colors, a ton of kits, both in peelable and permanent options. Head straight to DipYourCar.com. Gabe and I had a blast in this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching it. I'll see you on the next one.